be surprised if peace broke out all over. I wouldn't be surprised if I found a four-leaf clover, 'cause miracles abound. They happen all around me every day. I wouldn't be surprised if we put an end to hunger. I wouldn't be surprised if we just kept getting younger, 'cause miracles abound. They happen all around me every day. And life keeps blessing me with so much good. I wouldn't change it even if I could. Blessing me in every way. And if it all turns out okay, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I wouldn't be surprised if I found out every answer. And I won't be surprised when we find a cure for cancer, 'cause miracles abound. They happen all around me every day. And life keeps blessing me with so much good. I wouldn't change it even if I could. Blessing me in every way. And if it all turns out okay, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And life keeps blessing me with so much good. I wouldn't change it even if I could. Blessing me in every way. And if it all turns out okay, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
So if you would take just a moment to go within and just allow the sense of excitement, of joy, of the richness of life in this moment just to surround us and fill each one of us. Knowing truly this is what each of us deserve, knowing truly that divine energetic we call so many things, that we call God and Spirit, and divine love and life and truth, fully present in this moment, showing up uniquely as each one of us. And what comes to mind is Thoreau's move in the direction of your dreams. What comes to mind is, who are we not to be fabulous, to step into our greatness? And I am so grateful for this opportunity to exhibit this, to outpicture stepping into greatness for these here this evening. I am so grateful for this community and the love and the service exhibited here. And in that sense of gratitude and that sense of joy and wonder, we affirm by saying together, and so it is.
Well, good evening and welcome. Oh, that was good evening and welcome. So how are you guys tonight? Great. Yay, fabulous. Okay, the first thing we want to do is welcome Gary Floyd back to our piano. So we just have to stop at the ocean, that's all, and we get to have him back. So we're just delighted to have a fabulous evening for you today as we share in the launching of new ministries, whether it's Veronica becoming a new minister and going off with her ministry, or the ministry of our newest practitioners. It is an extraordinary event in the life of a community when we come together and celebrate as people have taken the step to move deeper into the call, to answer the call of service, to feel so convinced about the science of mind and what it has done in their own lives that they seek to step forward and be boldly courageous enough to say, I'm willing to stand in this for you. So we're here to acknowledge all of those folks and to have the ritual of installation and then ultimately celebration. Before we move on, I just want to thank all of you who had anything to do with making tonight's event beautiful. So if you were a part of the reception team, getting things together in any way, shape, or form, would you please stand and let us say thank you for participating. Thank you so much. And we'll remind you at the end there will be a reception across the way, and we'll give you some instructions and tell you some things about that at the close of our celebration. So one of the things, am I on? Does it feel like it's, does it sound like it's on? No. No. Okay. Well, we'll just stay here at the podium. Can you hear that one? Yes. Okay. Okay, that is so not going to work. So I will fix that. I will fix that at your next song. That'll be good. So, you know, one of the things, I have been here a long time now. I've been interim minister twice. I think I got here in 1993 as the interim minister the first time, and was interim minister again in 1997, and 1998 became the senior minister. So however many years that is, that's how long I've been here. It's only my second pulpit in 30 years of ministry. And one of the most joyous and challenging things is that sometimes I feel as though I'm the one left standing. It is our job to grow and nurture and support people in their bliss and to follow their dreams. And over and over and over again, this community has tithed amazing people out into the world. And we do it, it's a little bittersweet, isn't it, when we do it? It's a little bittersweet. We'd like to hold on to them for dear life, and but wings have to be grown, and love has to be shared. So the first thing we want to do tonight is to set one of our beloveds most joyously free onto her next ministry. So we're going to begin with the Reverend Veronica Valles. Please come up to us. It's all right. It's all right. Thanks, Jeff. It's okay. We'll just work with this. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But, okay, she said she hugged me, and then she said in her ear, don't make me cry. But, of course, the thing is that I have to not also cry. So Veronica came to us 11 years ago, and she sat in the back, like so many of us. And slowly but surely, she worked her way forward till she was one of the dance team up here. We had a fabulous dance team up here. Can I tell you how much I miss our dance team? We We had a fabulous dance team up here for a number of years. Veronica began to take classes. She took every class that I think we've ever offered, and eventually turned around and started teaching them. She became intimately involved in our community service. If you don't know, that's one of the first positions she had with us, and worked in community service, Season for Peace and Nonviolence, worked with us with Katrina and all the work that we did there, and a fabulous heart for community service, and really got us going in that way in an extraordinary manner. As you know, Veronica is also an author and a writer, and so she wrote much of the beautiful copy that you find on our website. She has shared her spoken word with us and celebrated that part of her unique gift and joy. Eventually, she found herself called into practitioning, and has been a practitioner with us, and has been one of our most honored and loved teachers. And oh man, the people that you have unleashed out of your classes. Veronica and I have taught some classes together, which have been a real joy, and created some beautiful curriculum together. And Veronica worked in our communications department, our broadcast team, and has held virtually every position there is to have here at the center, and then decided that her call was ultimately to the ministry. And we have supported her in that. You've seen her grow on the platform as we have invited her to share her gift and really discover what it is to be a minister, which is a slightly different call than it is to be a practitioner. And so collectively, we've watched her grown. Every once in a while, there was a footprint on the back of her, on her back. And through all of that, Veronica and I have had the opportunity to laugh together and cry together and share together and grow together. And I can't believe this time is actually here at this point. One of the commitments that Veronica and I had was that as she grew into her ministry and sought to move out in this way, that we would do this effortlessly and gracefully and beautifully, and she has so lovingly kept that commitment. And oh man. Okay, I'm actually going to stop here because the next part's like, okay, we're getting done. Goodbye. Okay, so this. I don't like that part. So I don't know if you remember when Michael Gott left us to go on to his ministry. I took something off of my altar for him that was precious and special to me. It was a heart that had sat on my altar for years. Yeah, because something bought at the store isn't going to do, is it? So you actually know this. And this is a Bali goddess. She is the goddess of abundance and prosperity. And she carries the rice bowl of eternal sustenance. And she rides on the swan of beauty and inspiration. This was gifted to me on my first trip to Bali. Veronica was there when I had truly some of the most deepest spiritual experiences I've had. And she has sat in my counseling office since then and graced it with love and joy and prosperity and abundance. And I could not think of a deeper, more profound wish that I have for you. She represents the traveling that I know you want to do. She represents the peaceful Kuan Yin countenance. She represents the prosperity that you are showered with and the inspiration upon which you ride. And so from all of our hearts, but most especially from mine, I want you to have her and take her to your ministry and where you go, and let her just be a guide for you. So I get to say my goodbyes publicly and let you know how much I love Veronica and how just what a long and lovely and beautiful walk it's been. Now I have another thing that I have on my altar, and this was gifted to me a number of years ago. You may or may not remember, this was gifted to me a number of years ago, and inside were wishes for my ministry. and it was the light box. And the wishes for my ministry were the light. So you'll find in Pankey Hall, you'll find cards where you are invited to make your wishes, your blessings, your thank yous, whatever it is for Veronica, and to fold them up and place them in this box. And so while we know that it actually has a cord into which you plug it, the truth is the light will be from all of those that you've already loved and served. And it will carry on. And this, I hope someday, you will pass on to someone else. Someone that you've grown and loved and nurtured. Someone who's ready to fly on their ministry, whose light you have seen. And when they are ready to share their light, I invite you to pass this on to them.
Can I keep this?
Yes, that one you can keep. Absolutely. That one you don't have to pass on. So you're going to have an opportunity to say thank you, and we'll keep this around for a while for people to be able to say thank yous to Veronica and build the light. Not that you need any light building, really, honest to God. But anyway, we can we can add the light, and gosh, you can put her down here, and we're going to ask you then if you would like to share a few words, and just let me tell you how great a ministry I think you're going to have. With peace and children and sharing and meditation and ritual and all the work that you're doing to bring the CSLs together and all the great work that you are going to do in the world, building on the fabulous work you've already done. Love you.
So I have 30 minutes. I'm kidding. Let's take a deep breath in together. Don't you love it when a poet has no words? So from the bottom of my heart, there are people that are here now. There are people that have come before us. There are friends who have transitioned who I know are in the room. I know Cynthia Rexroad is in the room. Okay? I know Andre Williams is in the room. I know Raymond Poche is in the room. There are people who have held me, who have loved me, who have kicked me, who have nurtured me, who have listened to me cry, who have danced with me, who've been in the joy with me, who've been in the sorrow with me. And for each one here, you become that mandala and the mala beads of my life that takes me out into the world. I first and foremost wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my mother. Stand up, Ma. Elvira and my father, but it's my mother that I've talked so many times who gave me my faith and who gave me my love of God and who gave me my prayers and that sustenance along the way. And it was my mother who, when I was in Los Angeles sick, called me home. And I wouldn't be here without hope and all the support these last 4 years, the journey. And my best friend, Robin Hackett. And it's like the Academy Awards, I don't want to forget anybody, but each one of you has been an integral part of my life. So I go out into the world taking all that I received here, the joy, the love, the passion, the compassion, the wisdom, the continued learning, the light even in the midst of darkness, and then being in the shadows and the darkness, thanks to my dear Reverend Patty Generous. So for all who have loved me and held me through this journey, thank you. There are those who've supported me with hugs, financially, spiritually, with friendship, and you know what? It's a little strange on Sunday mornings to not be driving to CSLDallas, I have to admit. But I'm so grateful because I know when I go out in the world that you are holding me. And that I know that what I do has nothing to do about me. It's about God always God, only God, and how fabulous that we come together to be able to do this in that conscious awareness. My beloved Gary, and my beloved, classmates, and my beloved, they weren't my students, they were my partners in awakening. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Give me extra hugs. I'm in Dallas. I'm doing a ministry that's taking peace work and peace programs into the schools and nonprofits. I'm going to be doing creative collaborations. I'm taking it out to the streets. I was at a hunger summit today. I am that light of CSLDallas, but I could not have done it without my family, without those that are closest to me, without my friends, without Center for Spiritual Living Dallas. So if you're sitting in the back, 11 years from now, you could be standing right here. And to you, I adore and thank you for saying yes to your divine calling. So this is probably the calmest I've ever been on stage, but my mother's here. So I love you. I thank you. When you dance, carry me in your dance, carry me in your heart, because I've got this sacred altar right here with each one of you etched in my heart. And forever we become that truth, that voice of possibilities, that awakening to wholeness, that love, that light, that joy. And let's just do this together. And for those who are yet to come, let them feel that magnetic draw to here, to all the centers, and everywhere we go. May we only see God. Thank you.
And this song's for you, Veronica.
You will do amazing things with a choice each new day brings. And with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dream. You will do amazing things. Sing it with me. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing. You will do amazing. Let's just keep singing that to Veronica. Here we go. Amazing. Amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing. Amazing. You will do amazing things. And for my first practitioner, this is for you. Oh, the places you will go. No, you, Veronica. Places you will know. Don't worry when, where, or how. You don't need to know that now. On the right track, no need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. Sing it with me. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. One more time. Amazing, amazing. things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things.
Introduce yourself.
I am Reverend Vince Bethea. Gives me joy to be here in this wonderful celebration.
And I am Reverend Patty Generous of the Little House on Lover's Lane.
We believe in God, the living Spirit, Almighty One, indestructible, absolute and self-existent cause. This one manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe is the body of God. It is the logical and necessary outcome of the infinite self-knowingness of God.
We envision the emergence of the global heart to balance and guide the further evolution of humanity as stewards of our planet and all its inhabitants.
We believe in the incarnation of the Spirit in everyone, and that all people are incarnations of the one Spirit.
We see a world free of homelessness, violence, war, hunger, separation, and disenfranchisement.
We believe in the eternity, the immortality, and the continuity of the individual soul, forever and ever expanding.
We see a world in which there is generous and continuous sharing of heart and resources.
We believe that heaven is within us and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it.
A world in which forgiveness, whether for errors, injustices, or debts, is the norm.
We believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all.
A world which has renewed its emphasis on beauty, nature, and love through a resurgence of the creativity, art, and aesthetics.
We believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God.
A world in which fellowship with all life prospers and connects through the guidance of the spiritual wisdom and experience.
We believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling presence.
A world in which we live and grow one global family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of all life.
We believe in the direct revelation of the truth through the intuitive and spiritual nature of the individual, and that any person may become a revealed of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God.
The spiritual community of the Centers for Spiritual Living is united and actified by this compelling vision of a healthy world, a world experiencing global heart, is ardently connected to bringing this vision forth through its ministries and its transformative teaching.
We believe that the universal spirit, which is God, operates through a universal mind, which is the law of God, and that we are surrounded by this creative mind which receives the direct impress of our thoughts and acts upon it. We believe in the healing of the sick through the power of this mind. We believe in the control of conditions through the power of this mind.
We envision CSL as a bridge across the illness and illusion of separation, thereby dramatically empowering the vision of global heart.
We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all.
We see the Centers for Spiritual Living as a global community of inspired individuals caring for and about each other and the entire planetary family, thereby bringing the gift of active compassion and kindness to the world. Our local ministries and communities become points of influence and inspiration, effectively advancing the vision of the global heart to benefit all expressions of life.
And we believe in our own soul, our own spirit, and our own destiny, for we understand that the life of all is God.
And so it is.
All right, so it's with great pleasure then to bring to you our thoughts for this evening. And so since we are installing our newest practitioners, we have the lead of our practitioner leadership team, Bert Hedden, Tracy Brown, and Christine Volkmer. So Christine Volkmer is going to come up here and share with you and with the community what does it mean to be a practitioner. Please welcome Christine.
Wow. Here we are. You guys.
I don't want you to have to lean into it.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Yeah. So I know it's been a long road. Congratulations. Blessings, and with really deep gratitude. I know I and our current band of Mary practitioners are so excited that in just a few minutes, you will be among us licensed Science of Mind practitioners. And so it's been a great joy to walk with you and mentor you and be with you all, each in the process. And knowing that as you cross that finish line, there are, I'm sure, mountains moving inside of you. I remember 3 years ago very much feeling that shifting. And what I invite you and your family and your friends and those of us here with family and friends who are not familiar with our traditions is to know that I think of myself as a practitioner and our other practitioners as prayer artists. And I think of it that way because it is the deep work of all the classes and all of the prayer work with your partners and your fish bowls and your practice in this exchange that there is that shifting of consciousness. There is that affirming the truth. There is that expectation of demonstrations that is the most creative act we do as practitioners. There's that moment in the process where a practitioner knows that shift. And each of you has already begun that process, but there's something that happens after this ceremony, and this thing is here And you're sitting over there after Sunday services praying with people, and in the ministry of prayer room over here praying over written requests and sitting with clients. There is something so beautiful about that shift, where suddenly all the studying and all of the elbow grease that it took to get to this point has served you to that point, and something else takes over. Ernest Holmes talked about that shift. It's like walking through this wall of light and this place of absolute certainty of the power of the one, of infinite potential, moving into the reality of expression. It's out of that we often run around saying, TSRW, this stuff really works. So I began this journey a little around the time Veronica walked through the doors. My beloved partner and fellow practitioner Sherry Wood and I were dragged in by Bert Hedden, who's another practitioner, through those back doors. And we were tired and worn out and hadn't been inside of a church for a while. And together we were raising a posse of 6 rambunctious teenage boys. And so we sat in the back and we listened and we cried and we sang and worked our way up to the front. And somehow between the laundry and the meals and the craziness of our household, we walked into a foundations class. Actually, before that, we were in Patty's duckling class of the newbies. And it changed my life. And so Sherry and I hurtled through the classes and kept going and kept going. And in Veronica's group, Sherry was really ready to go on. I had felt that calling. We'd taken a class in Roots, and I really understood very much intellectually the work of Ernest Holmes, the work of Thomas Troward, and it was when I hit that Emma Curtis Hopkins and felt that power of the absoluteness that I knew this was mine to do, but it was still all right here. So Sherry went on, and I whined and cried for a while, and I think I was the first person in the history of this community to take Inward Journey twice, back to back. Yeah, but it was the best thing I could have done, to slow that process down, to really simmer in it, and get there on time, right on time. I had a few more angels to wrestle. So like Jacob and I just had more to wrestle, and it was extraordinary to cross that finish line in my own time, in God's time, on time, perfect. And so for many of you who are out there who are possibly also on this journey, my encouragement to you is take your time, don't rush, and it's just so evident in these beautiful faces of the 7 of you in front of me that you have wrestled your own angels, demons, whatever. You are here and ready to serve. So how do we serve this community? We serve in many, many ways. You'll see on the back of your program, there's a list of all the things that we do. But primarily, we are the prayer arm of this community. And so I can't speak highly enough about the power of that prayer. And if you've not worked with a practitioner, if you don't even know what we do, I have many people who come over there on Sundays and they're like, I've never done this before. It's like, okay, that's fine. And so it is in the sitting in the presence. It is in allowing whatever the condition, the story, the situation, something that for this person, they need a shift, they need a miracle, they need something to change. It begins with my being able to hear through that story and certainly recognize it and honor it, but I'm listening with 2 ears, my human ears and my divine ear that only hears and knows the truth, only sees the truth, only believes that out of that infinite potential that you'll see up in that teaching symbol up there, if you're not familiar with it, it's that circle of infinite possibility and potential. And in the top, those ideas and aspects of God, and nailing that intentionally, planting that seed in that middle section that only and always says yes, and knowing and fully expecting demonstration. So it's like if you were putting a seed in that soil and it takes root and it shoots up. And so when we talk about being those creative prayer artists, what I know is that with every prayer is answered. Every seed is planted in that place within that begins to become that mirror, that divine equivalent. And it must outpicture. Sometimes it takes its time. Sometimes it doesn't show up as we expected, but it works. And so I would know with you all here that this is the work you have taken up. This is the power that keeps, I believe, those waves of people like Sherry and I were 11 or 12 years ago coming through those back doors and often going right back out as someone like Veronica or someone like me who could barely stand up and put two words together a few years ago and couldn't dream of standing here and talking to you tonight. But I know it is with grace and grit and good and support that I'm here, that I've been carried to this place, that each of you have been carried to this place, and you now become the arms that help wrap around the hearts and souls of our community here. So I commend you, I bless you, I thank you for being a part of this. And for your family and friends who perhaps don't know much about our community or our faith or our way of being and taking up our spiritual practice. Those of us around with the purple stoles, and soon these 7 with their purple stoles, we're celebrating, and so we'll let you all celebrate. But if you're interested and you want to chat, we'll be around, happy to answer any questions you have. I also want to say that these fabulous people, for their final projects, wrote their personal credo as part of their statement of, this is what I'm here to do. This is my calling as a practitioner. And our greeters are going to be coming forward to pass those out so that you will have that as a treasure. Take it home, save it for later, and dive into what each of these beautiful, beautiful practitioners has written and claimed as their truth that fully outpictures in who they are and what they're about and what they're doing as a result of this call. So I love you. We all are here to support you and celebrate you, and thank you for saying yes.
Power of prayer, stand beside me, knowing the truth, and it is healing me. The power of prayer, the path to freedom, the light of spirit is revealing me. Pray for me. I will pray for you. Together we will be greater than we knew. The power of prayer, stand beside me, knowing the truth, and it is healing me. The power of prayer, the path to freedom, the light of the Spirit is revealing me. Pray for me. I will pray for you. Together we will Sing it with me. Amen. 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 Amen.
All right, so we are coming now to the moment where we install these fabulous folks. So one of the things that we love to do in this ritual is, as we are installing our newest practitioners, we'd like to invite our seasoned practitioners. We don't call them the old practitioners. We call them our seasoned practitioners, or maybe our mature practitioners. We invite them to come on up here and to hold the space and consciousness as a fabulous group of folks who are just really doing amazing work. And so they represent the hoop of consciousness here in the CSLDallas. And at the end, if you choose, we're going to invite you to rededicate your vows. So if you choose to do that. And then we're going to invite the other practitioners and ministers in the room. If you're in the room, we'd love to invite you to come up here and just close the hoop up. Here, Vince and Patty and Veronica and Alexis, come on up here. Susan, I can't see in the light. Come up here and just fill out the hoop here with us. And how wonderful is that? All right, fabulous. So down through the ages, there have been those in whom the light of divine love has burned brightly, as they have been willing to work in love and service for others. And tonight, that light burns brightly, right here, with these amazing folks who have chosen to be in love and service. It's a high calling and not a responsibility not to be entered into lightly. Years of schooling, lots of soul searching, tons of prayer. So we come to this holy moment in which vows are taken and blessing is being bestowed upon individuals who are now entering in this hoop. So we'd like to invite our newly licensed practitioners who are going to be installed to please come and create a hoop inside the hoop. Right here, a little arc, right? A hoop. I think of the hoop as the Native American circle, the Native American heart arc. So each one of these has volunteered to be a light of love in the world and is committed to being a spiritual partner. To the members and friends of this congregation. Each one is offering themselves as a vessel for truth, to be an avenue through which truth is revealed and wholeness restored.
Remember, as you come to this holy moment and these vows, the great commandment that was spoken by the Master Teacher. Thou shalt love thy Lord, thy God, with all thy heart and with all thy soul and all thy mind. And thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Keep these commandments in your heart, and you will always be guided to the right and prayerful things to do and say. We ask each practitioner to willingly and unreservedly dedicate themselves to the practice of spiritual mind treatment, the teaching of the principles of science of mind, loving service to others, and their own ever-deepening spiritual growth and understanding.
So we often, when we have just single practitioner, we do this on Sunday mornings, and we do the vows during the service. And since we are installing in a whole group of you, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually allow each of our practitioners, we're going to invite each of you to answer a specific vow. So we'll be asking each one of you a specific vow, and then you will say, I do or I will. And then we will ask the group of you, do you also commit to that vow? And then as a group, you'll say, yes, I do or I will. That way, we don't have to do all 7 vows to all 7 of you individually. We could be here a very long time. But we also, it's very important that your I do, your individual I do gets spoken in the room. Okay? And so we'll be alternating. Karen and I will be alternating at the invitation to you to take the vows. And I feel as though I'm in absolutely the wrong spot. So I'm going to actually stand down here so that I'm not standing in front of you guys. We're gonna do this from down here, okay? So that people can see you, because that's what they came here for. So, Lainey, we're going to begin with you. Do you dedicate yourself to your own continually deepening spiritual practice, that you may walk ever closer in the heart of God and see ever more clearly the spiritual truth, and that your life, to the best of your ability, is lived as a model for and conscious realization of love and law as the very center of your being? I do. And I'll ask the rest of you, will you all dedicate to this same vow?
To Doreen, do you dedicate yourself to behold the divine perfection in all who call upon you? To the constant recognition of the one Spirit within all people, regardless of any outer condition or circumstance. To be a place of healing and wholeness as you serve whoever may call on you in time of need.
I do.
Will you all dedicate to this same vow?
I will.
And so, to Bettina. Do you dedicate yourself to serve willingly and lovingly as spiritual counselor, teacher, and guide to this community, to participate in expanding the ministry of CSLDallas in whichever way Spirit calls you?
I will.
And will you all dedicate yourselves to this same vow?
I will.
To Avis, do you dedicate yourself to your high calling and to the conduct of your office with dignity, integrity, moderation, and sincere commitment, to adhere to the declaration of principles of religious science and practicing the art and science of spiritual mind healing and prayer, and to conform to the code of the ethics for religious science practitioners?
Yes, I will.
And will you all dedicate yourself to this same vow?
I will.
And so, Jeannie, do you dedicate yourself to the purpose and mission of the CSLDallas, to discover wholeness, celebrate connection, and ignite transformation? And will you all dedicate to this same vow?
I will.
And to Kip, do you dedicate yourself to the mission of the practitioners of CSLDallas, dedicated to loving, compassionate service, revealing wholeness through truth and prayer?
I do.
And will all of you also dedicate yourself to this?
Yes, I will.
And finally, to Cindy. Do you dedicate yourself to becoming a spirit-based leader here at CSLDallas and be a centered, benevolent presence at meetings, functions, and events, and to hold the high watch for the ongoing well-being of CSLDallas and its ministers and ministry in your daily treatments? And will you all dedicate yourselves to this same vow?
I will.
So having completed the prescribed courses of the Centers for Spiritual Living, leading to the recognition of practitioners of religious science and having duly made application, been tested, and officially listed as a practitioner. These individuals, fully understanding the sacredness of the high calling of practitioners and understanding the responsibility placed upon them, have decided to enter into the healing work of the center and become an active part of its expanding ministry.
And so, as practitioners of religious science licensed by the authority of the Centers for Spiritual Living, you are privileged now to be installed, and you will be installed when we place the stole on your shoulders, to be installed into your ecclesiastical office here at CSLDallas. This is an outer expression of an inner consecration which you have already made within your own hearts. Through this consecration, you place yourself in a special relationship to all humankind, the members and friends of this center, and the ministry of CSLDallas. Yours is the privilege and responsibility of practicing spiritual mind treatment and the application of the law of mind to restore wholeness in mind, body, spirit, and worldly affairs to whoever may call upon you. So reveal the truth to all who seek, so that they too may be free. All right, so Lainey Bernstein, come up here. So, you're so adorable, I love you. Okay, we're having a conversation about the stoles back there. Are we good?
We are good.
Okay.
We were doing magic.
I see that. I heard that. There was a little magic going on back there. Yeah, it's been a walk, and here you are, and I'm so, so proud of you. So with this beautiful stole, would you take half of that, please, because I have to hold this microphone. With this stole, we duly install you as a licensed professional practitioner here in the ministry at the Center for Spiritual Living, Dallas. May I please present to you Lainey Bernstein, our newly installed practitioner. Well deserved. So, the lovely and talented Doreen Breedlove. So, yeah, well, you do it with the kids, and now you're going to do it with the adults, and you're going to make your magic, and it's time now. Yes. So here you are. It's been a beautiful journey. So with this stole, you are duly installed to be a professionally licensed practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Dallas, Texas. May I please present to you Doreen Breedlove. Beautiful. Thank you. All right, Bettina Gam, come on up here. Bettina's taking classes, and then she took a break, and then it was time. It was time. The call was too strong. She couldn't avoid it. It's a good thing. It's a very good thing. So with this stole, we duly install you as a professionally licensed practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Dallas. May I please present to you Bettina Gam. All right, and the beautiful Avis Ives. Avis, come forward here. A heart so lovely and open, a spirit so precious and pure. And spirit is called, and you have answered. And here you are. I'm so glad. So with this stole, we are duly installing you as a professionally licensed practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Dallas. May I present to you Avis Ives. Jeannie Johnson. Powerful prayer and a beautiful heart and a loving voice. Jeannie prays not only with her words, she prays with her bowls and her song. And we're so grateful you're here to give your gift. So grateful. So with this stole, we duly install you as a professionally licensed practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Dallas. May I please present to you Jeannie Johnson. Well, somebody has to be the token male. So much more than that. So much more than that. A heart that matches a head that is profound and brilliant, and a gift beyond measure. And the walk that you have walked to dance the razor's edge of what you do for your profession and the gift that you give here has been a joy to walk with you. We are so grateful that you're giving your gift here. So with this stole, we duly install you to be a professionally licensed practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Dallas. May I present to you Kip Queenan. And last but oh, most definitely not least, Cindy Young, with powerful demonstrations already under your belt and a prayer that knocked the socks off your panel. You have such a heart and gift to give, and we're grateful that you have chosen this path and this service, and that you're here with us. With this stole, you are duly installed as a professionally licensed practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living Dallas. May I present to you Cindy Young. We're doing something next. Oh, I forgot next. Oh, a song.
I just want to make sure.
But you have to stand up here.
Everything beneath the sun breathes like a harmonium. Pure perfection has begun, shining like a midnight sun. Out of darkness I have come. I see God in everyone. Let me be an instrument, guided by and heaven sent. May these grapes of pain ferment, alchemize to love's content. Ever be a sacrament, knowing God is my intent. God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. Oh God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace. Rolling like a thundercloud, let me live my love out loud, standing for mankind and proud, baptized in a holy shroud. Peace be still and know me now. God is in all I have found. God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace. Out of darkness I have come. I see God in everyone. Bless you.
So, thank you. And that was that song was for you, and also a beautiful testament to what it is that we do as practitioners, right? To see God in everyone, and the thing that we dedicate and commit ourselves to. So for those of you that are seasoned practitioners, if you choose, if you would like to rededicate yourselves to the vows that you've just heard, we'd love to invite you to just step forward and exchange places and allow our new practitioners to hold the light for you guys. If you are from another community and would like to rededicate yourselves, you are more than welcome to join in. So let's just make room for everybody. There we go. Yeah, beautiful. And so now they get to hold consciousness for you. You guys have been holding consciousness for them forever. Thank you for being amazing mentors. This year we had the first time ever, we had a mentoring program. The last half of the practitioner training, our seasoned practitioners each mentored an individual practitioner student. And it was an extraordinary opportunity for our students to really be supported in an entirely new way. So thank you for taking that on and making that happen. What an extraordinary gift.
So, having heard these vows restated, having committed to them at your own installation, are you willing to rededicate yourselves to these vows, the spiritual community, and the global heart vision?
I am.
And are you willing to deepen your own spiritual practice, to court the divine presence more fully, and to continue to serve with the great compassion and integrity with which you already serve?
Yes.
We would like to take this opportunity to thank you for your dedicated service as a professional licensed practitioner to the spiritual community, to acknowledge you for your commitment and your willingness to rededicate yourselves to a further deepening of your personal practice and service to the CSLDallas community. We are truly grateful for all that you give to each of us, that you bring to us, and most importantly, who you are.
And not only to be grateful for those of you who serve here at CSLDallas, but those of you who are serving in other communities, bringing CSL Science of Mind to the Metroplex, and the fabulous work that is being done. I know the practitioners are collaborating, I know the music directors are collaborating, I know the ministers are collaborating, and it's a lovely thing to see that, that CSL is blossoming in Dallas overall in so many different and unique and precious ways. And you have a part in that, a huge part in that. And thank you for being a rock for me. And now for Reverend Karen as we work through the ministry and all the calls that you receive. Please pray for the copy machine. Oh my God. Please pray for the service. Oh no, please, whatever it is, right? You never know what you might be called on to pray for the Center for Spiritual Living Dallas. You never know. And with such beautiful grace and going to the hospitals and being here on Sunday mornings and holding the high watch in all of the ways in which you do. Yeah, I hope you get what a difference it makes. I hope you get it. And some of those people back there or standing back there because of where you guys are standing. Yeah. It's an amazing thing. So it's an extraordinary group of people, and I'd love to invite us to acknowledge our seasoned practitioners and ministers. Thank you. So you may find your seats, and we are just about ready to bring ourselves to a close.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore.
Please join me in prayer. What I know is absolutely true is that God is everywhere present. There is no spot where God is not. And that has been so evidenced this evening as we have recognized the achievements and the commitment of so many people. God is in this spot, in each and every one of our hearts, in each and every one of our minds, in each and every one of our lives. God is. And so as we each breathe that in and understand it is true for each one of us fully and completely, what I know is present is the love and the wisdom and the joy and the peace and the prosperity and the abundance. And the ever-expanding nature of God goes with us as we move from installation to celebration and beyond. And so I bless our time together, and I call it good and very good. I bless each of our new practitioners and every family member and friend who has come to celebrate them tonight. I bless the minister we birth out into the world, Reverend Veronica Valles, and I bless the ministry that is the Center for Spiritual Living Dallas, a divine idea in the mind of God. And if you, like me, know that this is a place where God is present and each one of our hearts is God expressing life, then I invite you to breathe, release it together so that we are all one as we claim the truth by saying, and so it is.
So, as Tracy so wonderfully said, we move from installation to celebration. And so we are inviting each of you to join us in the celebration of these newly installed practitioners across the way. In Pankey Hall, we have a beautiful reception. It is decorated in a way that will definitely light you up. And so we're going to be lit up by our beloved Gary. And so we're going to ask our newly installed practitioners to lead the way as he starts to play. And Reverend Veronica, you start. Hang on, Doreen. Oh, well, it's okay, go. It's all right.
Feel free to follow them out. I'm just going to be over here singing.
Kelly. There's a lot of people, hard to hear. Good. Well, she's back there. She's got her own little table. So